It's time to spin the wheel. And today we're going to be doing a daggers only spin the wheel episode. So let's not waste any more time and let's spin the wheel for our first weapon. We're going to be two-handing these, so we're going to be using two daggers in this episode. And what do we get for our first dagger? We got a parrying dagger. Ooh. Are we going for a parry build? Now, as our second dagger, I would like anything with like, you know, something like Reduvia, maybe something to hit Frostbite and Affinity that's actually going to make it work. Now, how this video is going to work is I'm not going to randomize the affinities we put. It does get a bit underwhelming, especially with the randomized armor sets and everything else. So we are going to be keeping them how they are and how they would actually be built. Just because we got a parrying dagger in the first spin doesn't mean that's going to go in our main hand and then this one is going to go into our offhand. We can make that decision to give us more control over how these builds are gonna go. So for our second dagger, we are going to spin the wheel right now and we are going to get, please give me Reduvia. Wakizashi is really good. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. And our second dagger is going to be the Wakizashi or the Wakizash. Now let's get to the second most important part of the build, the talismans. Now we're gonna have completely 4 random talismans. If I could just find the list, there we go. Holy shit, I did not organize this properly. And yes, I did all of these folders that you can see right now, one by one manually. I don't know if that's crazy, but I have many wheels for Elden Ring. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see more spin the wheel videos and more content. Now time for our 4 talismans. Let's start spinning the wheel. Hopefully we get something that could go well with our build right now with our daggers. And our first one is going to be the Flock's Canvas Talisman. I have no idea what that talisman does. Canvas Talisman raises the potency of incantations by 8%. Okay, so we want to use incantations with our build. I am going to put Flame Grant Me Strength and Golden Vow just to give us the normal boost that we would get in the game. So that's fine. That's good. That's a good addition. I mean, we could have had better talismans, but the Flock's Canvas Talisman is totally fine as well. Time for our second talisman. Come on, we want this build to be good because Two Fingers Heirloom. Now the Two Fingers Heirloom boosts our faith up by 5, I believe, but it's pretty useless with the build that we have right now. And now time for the third talisman of the build. Give me something broken, please. Ancestral Spirit Talisman. Ancestral Spirit's Horn. Restores 3 FP when you defeat an enemy. Well, that's pretty useless because I'm only defeating one enemy, and by the time I defeat the enemy, I don't need FP. And for our fourth and final talisman of the build before I get into the armor sets, and I need to shuffle this wheel because I just realized all the spell drakes right next to each other and we get a spell drake talisman. I'm gonna shuffle it for later. Right now this is what we get. That's 2 videos in a row we got a spell drake talisman. That means we get more damage negation on magic using bosses, which is fine if we get a magic using boss. Now both our daggers are going to be using smithing stones, so we're going to spin the wheel once and we're going to upgrade it to whatever plus we get on the wheel, and hopefully we get something above 15, because up to 15, you know what, I mean, depending on the boss can actually make a huge difference with our upgrade materials. If we could just get a plus 25, this video is going to be crème de la crème. Now that's what we want. Obviously that's what everyone would want, but we can get really unlucky and land a +1 as well, which means we're gonna have a really hard time with the bosses that we're gonna face unless we face Morgoth in the beginning of the game. So this spin pretty much determines how strong our build's going to be. And without further ado, let's get the spin going. Please, 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 please. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I should shuffle this first. Oh, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Today is going to be a good video. Today is going to be a great video. Oh yes, plus 24 on both our daggers. I hit the mic by accident. This video is going to be a video to showcase the dagger and also showcase how bad I am at the game. So we have a plus 24 parry and dagger and a plus 24 Wakizash. Now time for the armor sets. Now I'm going to keep the armor set spins in the video as well, but I'll put a timestamp on them just in case you want to skip to the build from here. So if you skip to the build from here, I'll see you at the build. And if not, then stick around. Leave a like, subscribe, and let's find out what armor set we get. Now we're going to be starting with the helmets. And there we go. Yes, I have a whole list of helmets and armor sets as well, because I'm crazy like that. Now ideally we want to be as light as possible. We have daggers, we want to be able to roll around. We have a parrying dagger, which actually helps us a lot because we're going to be parrying a lot. Actually it depends if we get a parryable boss, But if we do get a parryable boss, that's going to be absolutely amazing. We have 169 helmet sets. And let's roll to see what our first helmet's going to be. We don't want to be heavy rolling. Medium and light is going to be good. And our first one is going to be Okina Mask. Please, please, please. Ooh, the Okina Mask would have matched the vibe. Beast Champion Helm. Oh, this is Berghal's armor. Ooh, that's going to look so good. And now it's time to roll for our chest piece. Now, this is probably the most important armor set, which is going to probably determine how heavy we are. With daggers, our weapons are light, thankfully, so getting a heavy roll is going to be pretty hard. But if we do get something like the bigger armor sets, that might be a problem. But let's roll to see what we're going to get. And hopefully it's something good with good damage negation. Like today could be an amazing episode if we get it. A Muslim Surcoat, Knight Maiden's armor, Knight's Cavalry armor, I believe is really good damage negation as well. We could have gotten something like a robe or a commoner's garb. This is really good. It's going really well today. Oh, that looks so good, bro. That looks so good. Okay, now we have 94 gauntlets from the base game. We're not using any Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, even though I do have the DLC. We haven't been there yet in the Paladin playthrough, and I have not played through it at all yet, so I don't want to spoil myself with the items, and I don't want to spoil you guys who's actually following the playthrough with some of the Shadow of the Erdtree stuff if you haven't watched it already. Time for the gauntlets. Spinning the wheel, we are going to get... Give me something cool, at least. Regular gauntlets. I don't even know if that's an item or if that's a placeholder that I placed. Bro, there's no such thing as gauntlets. Why do I... Alright, that's stupid. It's the gauntlets page. Of course, it's just going to be all gauntlets, bro. Now, I don't know if that's an actual item because I put it into the wheel. But let me know if it's an actual item in the comment section down below and I'm making a mistake because I'm going to roll again. And then with this roll, we are going to get... Stay on running, stay on running, stay on running. Royal Knight Gauntlets. That's twice. Twice it teased us with samurai build type stuff. We have the Wacky Zash. We could have gotten the mask and the Ronin, but Royal Knight Gauntlets isn't bad. Royal Knight Gauntlets is actually really good as well. So far, we have really good damage negation. Now, let's get our greaves up as well and see what we're going to wear for our bottoms. This one's really important for the weight of our build as well, and also the damage negation. Now, in the first spin the wheel playthrough, you all know we got really unfortunate to actually land no armor in our first ever spin. So this time, hopefully we actually get an armor piece to actually protect us during the boss fight. And for our gauntlets or greaves, we get the Briar Greaves. Bull Goat Greaves would have been really good as well. The Briar Greaves. Oh, it's this one. It's the Bell-Bearing Hunter one. Okay, that's not bad. Briar Greaves. I was expecting more toes. If you know, you know, from League of Legends. And with that, it's looking like our build's ready to go. The only thing that I have to roll for is the bosses, but unfortunately, you won't be seeing them. Make sure to keep watching to the end of the video to see what bosses we actually spin, because I'm going to be spinning them right now. Can you hear that? Like the time I want to record, they decide to do DIY in the house above. I'll see you at the build. Please, give me something easy. Give me something easy. First boss, first boss. The first boss is going to be... Oh, no. This is funny. There is no way. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep this in the video. This is the first boss that we're gonna go up against. And if you've been watching my Paladin playthrough, you know what this means. It's time for some revenge. It's time for some sweet revenge with our plus 24 weapons and our daggers. Valiant Gargoyles, I'm coming back. And if you're ready, I'm ready. We are finally back. After I had to do some setting up, obviously I had to set up the build. But here is our character for this episode with the armor sets, weapons, and talismans that we have spun for him. And on 3, 2, 1, reveal. There we go. Here is our character. If you skip the armor set spins, this is what we're working with today. Now let's go through the build real quick. We have our Wacky Zash and our Parry and Dagger, both at plus 24. I have decided to make them both keen, mainly because of the bosses that we spun. The usual plan was to make them Flame Art, Flame, or Lightning, especially with the talisman that boosts our faith somewhere. But the bosses that we spun have some damage negation towards fire. So we got both of the daggers on keen, making our dex scaling B for the Wakizash and S for the parry and dagger. This is great. We have very great damage on both of these weapons. I'm kind of hyped about using them. For the helmet, we got the Beast Champion helm, the Knight's Cavalry armor, the Royal Knight gauntlets, and the Briar Greaves. So we have very good damage negation all around with the armor sets that we spun. For the talismans are a bit useless. We got the Phlox Canvas talisman, which is going to raise the potency of our incantations, which we are going to use for this episode with the finger seal. The Two Fingers heirloom raises our faith. We don't really need that. The Ancestral Spirit Horn is totally useless as it restores FP upon defeating enemies. We are only going to defeat one enemy each time, so about that, yep. And the Spelldrake Talisman, I don't believe, depends on the boss. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it depends on the boss. Now, we've gone for a 12 and 2 flask system. As always, let's add the Finger Seal Talisman at plus 24 as well, because that is what we rolled, which will enable us to cast our incantations. We're only going to be using 2 incantations for this, the Flame Grant Me Strength and the Golden Vow to give us that buff that we need. Apart from that, I don't think we have anything left to do. Oh, the Sijic, yes. The Sijic is... So the Sijic, we have gone with the Opaline Bubble tier and the Green Burst Crystal tier to give us that stamina recovery boost. And obviously the Opaline Bubble tier for negating the damage we receive, or like the first tier at least. Apart from that, I think we're ready. We're ready to take on the first boss. And the first boss that we're going to take on is one that I want to kick ass so much. We are so lucky. We are so lucky with the first boss that we got. If you skip to the build straight away, you didn't see it. If you watch the Paladin playthroughs and you've noticed what happened in the second to last episode or the last episode, I don't remember, before the streams, you know the beef I have with these guys. And with these guys, it's these guys, yes, because they are plural. And with obviously some black magic, we do have all of the sites of grace open. But we are going to go underground. And you know where we're going to go? The Great Waterfall Basin. The Valiant Gargoyles. Yes, it's only... this is the... Oh, no, this is the right one. Okay, we just started the fight straight away. So we're going to quickly buff ourselves up with Golden Vow. This takes too long when it's not on a weapon. And this, Flame Grant Me Strength, and get back to the Parry and Dagger. Now, the Parry and Dagger is not going to be that useful against this boss anyway. But this is actually a bad place to start this fight. So I'm going to quickly run back. I don't even have my Sijic tier equipped, the Sijic Flask, because it started us here. Okay, you come. Now keep coming. I want to bring you over here. You need to come over here, because when your friend comes, you start becoming an arsehole. All right, there we go. Now it's my turn. Let's go. Alright, dodge out of that, dodge out of that. No. No way these are going to be a problem for me once again. I'm not having that, bro. Alright, his body should be coming soon. So we want to get rid of him as soon as possible. Oh, no, he's obviously going to... The key to the Valiant Gargoyles is basically to defeat one or the other before the other one comes in. Yeah, or this happens, basically. It seems like it's going to be trauma again. Even with a plus 24. If we can respawn at the Stake of Marika, that would be great, though. Because I'd rather start the fight at the Stake of Marika. Yes, okay. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. That fight doesn't count because we weren't ready for it. We're going to make sure everything's in slots already, so we could buff ourselves first before we go into the fight and not have to worry about everything else. So there we go, the Golden Vow. Now the problem I have with dual wielding these daggers is they don't have their own unique moveset. So R1 only swings the Wakizash and L1 only swings the parry and dagger. But I don't know if I could actually parry any of these bosses. I wouldn't assume so, that's the thing. I dodged that, bro. Come on, man. Alright, before his friend comes, he needs to die. Ah, the reach of these weapons, man. Alright, we might want to heal up now. I don't want to get stuck here while the other one turns up as well. Okay, this is actually bad. Bro, oh my god. I thought they were meant to be attacking once at a time, bro. What's going on here? Alright, let's heal up. I have a lot of health and I'm still struggling against these bosses. Can you just die so I have... Thank you. Now I fight this guy. Okay, that's one down. That's one down. That's one down. I need to run to the side for that one. Now we want to focus on him, but I can't. There we go. Dodge. Okay, now it's me versus you, you piece of shit. Yeah, you want to step out of that swirly twin thing. All right, we got 5 flasks left. We have a lot of health, so that's fine. Dodge that. Okay. Okay, nice. Let's get out of the poison. There we go. He's really low on health. So we just want to stay calm and make sure we could actually kill him now. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sit your ass down, man. Second try this time. Let's go. Oh, of course, with a plus 24 blade, but it is what it is. Let's move on. We got our payback, and I still have to get my payback with my longsword in my Sacred Paladin playthrough. I will come back then as well, don't worry. But this fight also made me realize that it might not be as possible as I thought it was.
This way, Tarnished. May I have a word?